Welcome back, everyone. It is December 9th, 1941. We're here with another turn of Alphabet Command, our co-op game with Evoken and I playing as allies versus Guctony as the Japanese. We've had a tumultuous first couple turns here. It's been very painful for the allies, and it promises to continue to be painful as we... and something hit a mine there. As we continue on. Japanese submarine I-78 hits one of her APs trying to flee the Java Sea. 2 torpedoes at Merak. She's probably done for. Yes, we hear the ship sinking sound as the Japanese claim another victim. Also puts a torpedo in the AG Deneb. Where are our ASW groups? And the AG Deneb as well sinks. See the massive ships fleeing the Philippines and the Japanese ships that are trying to chase them down. Does look like we have some naval combat here. Looks like American PT boats find the Japanese invasion force complete with a CVE. The battle is inconclusive, with no shots landing on either side. Either the same or a different PT boat force encounters the enemy at Iba. Both sides do not engage. And the AGP Vega destroyed by another Japanese submarine, the I-63 at Merak. Just super nasty there at Merak. That's 3 ships now down by Japanese submarines in that hex. U-boats try to find our ASW group here, but we fire back, and the U-125 dives deep out of the way. Three outnumbered and outgunned British destroyers find a Japanese cover force, and they are going to get thrashed here, I'm afraid. Amazingly, they escape without too much damage. You can see these Japanese task forces chasing our task forces through the islands of Leyte, south of Luzon. And unfortunately, our British destroyers are found again. And this time, they're not going to be as lucky. You see the Thracian just getting walloped here. The Scout as well taking heavy damage. And our British destroyers are going to get cleaned up here. Thracian goes down, and the Scout is not going to be very far behind it. One lone Dutch destroyer encounters another task force, and she's going to be in trouble here. Looks like she manages to break off without too much damage. These ships are fleeing from the surface task forces here, readjusting their courses, trying to get away. We're on to the night air phase. You can see our forces being detected there. As our night naval search finds these fleeing task forces around Hawaii and around Singapore as well. Looks like Evoken has some night naval search in this area as well, finding the carriers, the invasion force, and some other task forces. Lots of Japanese ships around here, as we can tell. We put our eyes on ships around here as well. We do have some air night strikes. Let's hope that they connect. Night strikes are always a little bit of a crapshoot. Devastators come in on the Chiho. Sadly, it doesn't look like they're going to make contact, and his carriers survive for another day. Just really tough to place bombs on ships. And Evoken here is bombing the Kona runway in the fear that he's going to place planes in this airfield. That looks like the only night strikes that fly, though, which is unfortunate. I had night strikes as well set up, and it doesn't look like they fly. And unfortunately, the K-17 is spotted at Kuantan and is hit by ASW attacks. And yet again, takes another couple hits there. Some ship sinking noises, not sure where they're coming from. Oh, and this liner is found by a group of Japanese destroyers and torpedo boats, and she is going to get taken out. These are good, fast liners that start at Cebu, and it's a shame to lose them. Somehow did not sink, probably because no torpedoes landed, so she has to be in some trouble with heavy fires and heavy damage. Oh, another ship hit by 2 torpedoes right near Osthaven and Merak. Really disappointed in our ASW efforts here. Our own sub-attack doesn't go as well. Nor more subs attacking near Tobali. Actually, on one of my ASW groups. PT boats at Kona, unfortunately, do not engage. And again, this time they make contact. Let's see if they manage to do any damage. It looks like they're going to get handled pretty easily by these offloading forces. Luckily, torpedoes miss light cruiser Honolulu, but they make contact with the Raleigh, putting a torpedo in the light cruiser. Absolutely painful day for sub-combat here, as we're just getting taken apart by his Japanese submarines. Pompano opts to engage this LSD on the surface, lighting it on fire. And the I-63 puts a torpedo in another ship. Oh, this is frustrating. Really frustrating because I did have ASW groups patrolling those hexes, and to see so many ships get hit by torpedoes, really, really frustrating. Naval search phase here as we see what each side sees what the other has at sea. Lots of naval search here. Betties go after a remaining destroyer here, the Austral. Misses. Do have an air raid here, but look at this cap. Alfs, Roofs, Zeros, Jakes, Petes, Oscars. Just an enormous variety of aircraft here. And it does not look like we're able to make any headway with this cap, just getting taken apart. These sweeps, completely ineffective, and we lose 4 planes. More sweeps come in. This time it looks like we at least destroy 1 aircraft, or maybe a couple. Yeah, a little more affected, still painful, but we do take out 3 of his planes while losing 2 of our own. First strike comes in. This is going to get picked apart, I'm afraid. It's way too much cap here for us to get through. And Buffaloes are getting shredded, and our bombers do not make it in. Though our Buffaloes do manage to take out an Alpha and a Oscar on their way in, so that's good. Again, this strike not going to go well for us. And a Martlet is lost to a cap. You can see just how many zeros he has here. 70 plus 53 Oscars. It's going to be very tough for us to make it through this turn. We bomb Groot Natona and those forces that just offloaded there. Have another sweep here, it looks like. Though these Moraine MS-410s just getting handled by these zeros. Yeah, 4 losses, no Japanese losses. Take out at 0 with a demon sweep. That's nice to see. And yet another sweep here, taking out an Oscar, but losing MRA and MS-410, that French early war fighter. I have my Glens set to go after his ground forces here at Hanoi. It is clear terrain, but maybe the extreme overcast contributes to us not doing any damage here, which is unfortunate. 0 sweep Guam. Looks like Evoken has removed the fighters from Guam, which is probably a good idea. Here comes our strike. We have almost no escort for this strike. This is going to go disastrously for our torpedo bombers, and we're going to lose quite a few, I'm afraid. Yeah, look at them go down. A few get through. I'm surprised. Sadly, they do not land any torpedoes. Yeah, look at all these planes destroyed. Looks like 6, 7, 12, 13 planes down. Comes another strike, this time completely unescorted, and we lose a wildebeest. Falcon also going after Guctony tuna. Our Dutch patrol craft not getting through that dense cap, and these wildebeests are going to be taken apart as well. Japanese dive bombers go after the French destroyers that tangled with his offloading force at Vigan earlier last turn. Luckily they miss for now. Poor Catalina is trying to get through, and more get handled. Another spat of naval search here. Just nothing seems to be going right for us as the Allies this turn. We do have Dauntlesses heading into what looks like could be not very thick cap. Let's see if their escorts can get them through. Oh, no, the zeros are increasing in number, and they're not able to break through. Looks like another Pearl strike coming in, contested by the aircraft on the ground at Pearl, but this is a much too large strike for them to contest with. It's going to get ugly. They do get through to the bombers, though, to the strike package. That's great. And it looks like they're taking out quite a few aircraft, but looks like they're going after the port again, and the ships still there are going to be in a lot of trouble. So yeah, a decent amount of Kates and Val is taken out. No zeros taken out, though. But Gamble is sunk, and more bomb hits on our battleships and other ships that haven't been able to escape the harbor. We try to fly another strike. Again, it's probably going to get handled by these by this cap. Yeah, and nothing gets through. We take out 2 of the cap, but we lose 6 aircraft. More swordfish trying to break through here. And they are unsuccessful, losing 3 more planes. These wildebeests are in trouble, and 3 of them go down. Way too much cap there at Kuantan. I was afraid of that. I felt like I still needed to try, in the hopes that some of those torpedo bombers got through. Losing more ships here to torpedoes and succumbing to their damage. That looks like it for the turn. No ground combat. Oh, man. That was rough to watch. We got absolutely handled. A lot of the strikes that we had did not fly for whatever reason, which was sad to see as well. But yeah, just a really rough turn for us as the Allies. Evoken's night strikes didn't fly the way he wanted them to. My night strikes didn't fly the way I wanted them to. And like I said before, night strikes can be really unreliable, and we certainly saw that this turn. In any case, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the Discord.